Happy Hump Day, everyone. It's Wednesday. Okay, let's get to my low automatic kindness. For sure my low is there was an appointment that I thought I had yesterday, but it turns out I didn't have it. And I really wanted it to be yesterday. So that's kind of bummed me out a lot. My high is got to spend time with my mom and dad last night. Watched a little bit of The Voice. Watched a little bit of the finale of Dancing with the Stars. I mean, again, shows like Dancing with the Stars and The Voice, they're fun. But honestly, if I'm gonna go back to, I feel bad too because like for years I was doing such a good job talking about America's Got Talent, and then right as the new season last year began, that's my grandma died and I missed everything, and it just wasn't. Yeah, I guess it just wasn't meant to be. But that's okay. We're gonna do AGT season in January. That's gonna be cool. But I got to spend time with mom and dad yesterday. That was a lot of fun. And I actually had several acts of kindness. I did some stuff for my grandmother yesterday. I took out the garbage because today's gonna be garbage day. I emptied and filled the dishwasher for my mom and dad. So it's gonna be a pretty low-key day, again, as it is. Actually, that reminds me. So I want to look up real fast. One moment. Before we get into, hold on. Okay, let's see. Because for once, and probably the first time in a great while, No. To my knowledge, I haven't talked about this Mom Food. Surprisingly, I haven't. Okay. I know what I'm going to talk about today then. That totally wasn't. Well, here's the thing. I've been meaning to continue the Mom Food Chronicles for a while, but I'm kind of running low on, like, the important, the only real major ones, major ones, oh, they're all major in their own right, but, like, the ones about my late grandfather, I'm kind of saving for, a rainy day, because, again, they're very special. But I do plan on getting to them at some point. It may be a while from now, but I definitely want to do that. So, no pun intended, to wet your whistle, how about I do a Mom Food that I haven't talked about yet, that, honestly, tonight's going to be the first time I've had it in years. In fact, I know for a fact it was before the pandemic started. So we're talking at least 3 years since I've had this. But, full disclosure, it's just good old-fashioned split pea soup. Yeah, my mom's making split pea soup tonight, and, I haven't done a Mom Food Chronicle in a while. Not to mention, I haven't had this Mom Food again in literal years. So, yeah, I guess it was meant to be to talk about it. My mom is actually calling me right now, but I can't. I'm afraid if I answer the phone, I think I'll shut off the camera, and I can't really afford to do that. I'll do the video then I'll call her. It shouldn't be more than another 10, 11 minutes from now. Okay, so let's see. Wow, where do I begin? Well, for those of you who don't know, split pea soup, usually you take, dry peas, boil them, and then you kind of like use an immersion blender or blender and sort of, make it all thick and give it sort of like a creamy texture, whatever. And for the most part, you add whatever it is you like to it. Usually, here's the thing. Whenever my mom ever made a ham, remember she made a ham for dinner a couple of days ago. Like, a lot of traditionalists are going to be really upset, but you don't usually have split pea soup with anything. You just sort of like add it in. But usually, whenever my mom ever made a ham, making split pea soup was usually like one of her go-tos for how to utilize the leftovers. Come to think of it, well, here's the thing. I love ham, and to me, ham is so good that, I'll totally like take a knife and cut pieces off of the leftover ham. That's how much I love ham and how good ham is. Although, this time for once I actually showed restraint, so we're definitely going to get plenty of nice solid pieces of ham for split pea soup. Although come to think of it, it's usually for making either split pea soup, scalloped potatoes and ham, which I should do a Mom Food Chronicle on also, and my mom will usually also use leftover ham for an egg scramble, which, egg scramble definitely falls into the breakfast or dinner mom food category. And here's the thing, if my mom does the egg scramble, that's all she'll make. Like, normally if my mom makes breakfast or dinner, she'll make, pancakes, maybe bacon or sausage, a fried egg if you want. But that's usually like what she'll do. Or she'll do toast. She'll make toast. Just regular old buttered toast. Buttered toast. That takes me back to my Ed and Eddie watching days. Man, I loved Ed and Eddie. I still do, but I can definitely. Seriously, the more I think about it, I think Ed and Eddie might be like. Well, actually, Anthony is my favorite cartoon of all time. Then followed by Steven Universe. I'll put Ed and Eddie at 3. 3 Eds, put in 3rd place. There you go. Okay. I'm getting sidetracked. And I'm also very sleepy right now. Good Lord, do I need coffee. Darn Starbucks. Darn you Starbucks and making me addicted to coffee, and now I can't function in the morning without it. But right, let's get to the Mom Food Chronicle. So, split pea soup definitely falls under the category of mom food where, like, if you're a little kid, the idea of it isn't necessarily appealing. Like, upon first glance, obviously it's soup, but, it's green and thick, and, and the fact it's like, steaming, because, again, it's hot soup. Like, I guarantee you a little kid who looks at split pea soup for the first time is going to think that came out of, like, a witch's cauldron or something. Just upon first glance. Me personally, I never really had that kind of adverse reaction to it. For me, it was my mom's broccoli and Swiss cheese soup, and I love that soup now. And, that's interesting. What soup would be? Because I'm trying to make up a full course menu. Because I've done a full course menu of life as it is, but I've never done one made entirely of mom foods. And I'm trying to think, technically my mom has made broccoli and Swiss cheese soup more. However, split pea soup has ham in it. And I love ham. So, I don't know. It's tough. What do you guys think should be like my number one? Split pea soup or broccoli and Swiss cheese soup? I'll leave that up to you guys. But, I mean, it's soup. You know, it's about as simple as it gets. You know, put it in a bowl, eat with a spoon, it's soup. Although, something I have talked about before is my mother's asbestos mouth. And it's so strange. Like, her and my late grandfather had this uncanny ability to eat soup that would normally be so hot, it's not inedible. I mean, you can, obviously it's prepared properly. It's just really, 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 really hot to eat. And, like, it's so hot that it will burn your mouth if you're not careful. Like, seriously, there have been times I've taken smaller bites of any of the soups my mom has made. Whether it's chicken noodle soup, or poultry noodle soup, broccoli and Swiss cheese soup. And, like, I take a small bite of it. Like, you know, like, obviously with a spoon, it's like a handle and like a little bowl, if you will. Like, I don't feel, like, I get the bowl, like, halfway filled to the brim. Or halfway full. I'm a half full kind of guy. And, like, I eat it slowly. It still winds up burning my mouth. Not to the point where, you know, I get like canker sores for days on end. But I'm like, man, I gotta have like water in hand, like I gotta eat, like eat, drink, like that sort of thing or whatever. And that's usually how I eat it. I mean, full disclosure, my mom's split pea soup is awesome. Again, I mean, it's got ham in it. You know, what could be more of a sure thing? And because the ham is on a bone, my mom will actually like cook the soup, like kind of like making a broth, if you will, and she'll like use the ham bone. And oh, it's so good. Man, I can't wait. It's gonna be a good, gonna be in for a good dinner. I mean, obviously you can't have soup alone, so I wouldn't be surprised if, we're gonna get bread, bread and butter, because, you got bread and butter with, soup, soup. I could see my mom making a bit of a small side salad, I suppose. I don't know what she'll do. It's gonna be up in the air. To my knowledge, I don't think she's ever made it in the crock pot. I know she's made it, straight up, in a pot filled with the dried split peas in, you have the water, with the ham that's on the ham bone in it, and then, go to work and let it boil for hours and hours and hours, or simmer for hours and hours and hours. She's done that. I don't think she's ever made it in the crock pot, though. Which, I kind of think, I could totally see her doing that today. I mean, she did get groceries like last night when I was visiting. So I wouldn't be surprised if she got the stuff to make it last night. But again, it's, up in the air. I mean, for me, soup is soup. You're essentially drinking hot liquid that has chunks of delicious food in it, I suppose. That is what soup is in the grand. That is kind of what soup is in the grand scheme of things, isn't it? A flavored hot or cold liquid with chunks of delicious food in it. That is what it is, isn't it? Huh. And it doesn't ruin soup for me at all. I'm okay. Listen, it takes a lot to ruin anything for me. I can assure you. Like, tell me, has any food actually been ruined for me? No, I don't think so. I mean, yeah, I know the whole thing, hot dogs are made. I know the pink paste for like McDonald's chicken nuggets and stuff. Yeah, I've seen that stuff. I mean, I guess it doesn't really bother me that much because I don't really have those things all that often. You know what I mean? And again, it goes to the point where my mom doesn't make soup that often. It's actually a real treat if she does. So the fact I'm referring to any soup as, again, a flavored hot or cold liquid, like gazpacho and vichyssoise and stuff like that. That's like served cold with chunks of delicious food in it. I mean, that doesn't remotely bother me at all. I mean, you have corporations like Campbell's and Progresso that have made like multi-billion-dollar fortunes on it and stuff. Actually, I should look up. Well, I don't know if it's multi-billion, but again, large corporations making large amounts of money. Obviously, they're doing something right. And actually, I don't think I haven't had canned soup in years. Oh, then again, honestly, canned soup is like a hamburger. Like, hamburgers on the whole are delicious and they're definitely good. But once you have steak, or in this case, homemade soup, hamburgers are still good, just not as good. And again, my mom is making delicious soup, so I can't complain. I hope you like this video. If you'd like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow social media. As always, I'm doing homemade video for all you guys watching this video. We'll be a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. And remember, if anything you guys want to talk or channel, we're here to London. Always are back. Take care and make good choices. 607 all day, baby.